thank you everybody for watching Mexican Avenue, Adventures in Surf's Atlantis. Now, our last and final short segment of the day will be having to do with this, and this, and a little bit of this. So now, put the concoction together, and we put the cap back on, and rub a little. Rub.
On the border, am I right, gentlemen? Shh! Let's do the news. Remember last week when that Governor Tomas Yarrington was arrested in Italy?
Well, another one has been arrested in the past week, and his name is Javier Duarte, and he's the ex-governor of Veracruz. He used shell companies to buy property, like seashells, and then he used the seashells and he scooped up the property. He was all like, it's mine now.
He is the second of 3 fugitive ex-governors. The third one still wanted, Cesar Duarte, who's not related to Javier Duarte.
His trial will be in Guatemala soon.
Javier's, that is not Caesar. So yeah, hopefully they get that third fugitive ex-governor.
Important to know, however, that Caesar is not located or related to Julius Caesar, who may or may not be his 4th or 7th cousin.
In other news today, asylum. Since the U.S. election, the number of people seeking asylum in Mexico has gone up 150%. This is mostly people from Central American countries who just can't get to the U.S. because border. This week's sponsor, Keys. All shapes and sizes for your car, for your home, for your mail, for your apartment, for your luggage.
Fear forbidden secrets. Thank you, Keys, for sponsoring us. On to our next story. A Mexican tycoon man, Carlos Slim Hello, has become $7 billion richer, making him the fastest growing billionaire in the world. Do you know what this means, sir? That he has enough money to fund our pet project, which is making this show not trash. So here we go, we're gonna plead for mercy as we beg for money.
Please give us your money, sir. We will squander it, but we will squander it in a way that won't be a waste.
Like on Pokemon cards. Do you like Pokemon? I bet your kids like Pokemon.
Our next story tonight is about mass graves.
Yay!
Mass graves. Statisticians from around the world are cooperating. They're calculating where the mass graves in Mexico are most likely to be found. These mass graves are probably are speculated and assumed, and most often are, because of drug cartels and their shady businesses and not good stuff. So these statisticians have created the first ever database of the hidden graves in Mexico. So that's useful.
Did somebody say data? My dad was a database.
Oh.
Are you saying that my father's come home from the technological information internet era?
He sure has. These graves are normally found in the poorer rural areas of Mexico, often in counties tied to drugs like methamphetamines or opium.
Did somebody say methamphetamines? I thought you meant methamphetamines.
Now, have you guessed it? Today's theme
is numbers.
Today's episode is brought to you by numbers. Now, let's calculate that number of the week. First up, we're going to have to put all the numbers together. So first up, we got 150.
150% increase in asylum seekers.
30,000
people missing
in Mexico.
Not in the world.
2,457 counties.
I thought this said countries. I was concerned.
No, counties. 3.
Number of fugitive ex-governors, but there might be more because
soon to come. We don't know. And finally, 7 billion. Not the population.
Is the number of physical, mental, and emotional currency that Carlos Pesos has.
Or has increased by. So, let's see. Math horse, you want to calculate those, crunch them numbers for us, huh? Thanks stat horse.
Now we switched over to our new Tilty Cam, run by our new producer, Carlos Bebania.
And now, the numbers are in. The number of the week is
008675309.
Hi. Hey, that's my social security number.
Cut the feet! Cut the... On the border will return.
Dude, that's awesome!